Hello everyone, my name is K-Hug, you can call me Kyler, and welcome back to the Season 2 Let's Play Minecraft Survival Series. Whether you're a longtime subscriber or just stumbled in here, I want to thank you for all of your support, so hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, share with your friends, and leave some kind words in the comments down below. I also want to take a brief moment to mention that community Discord. I know I do it. I know it's probably annoying, but head down below to the description or to my channel and join today. It is a safe, friendly place for us to share ideas, content, and play some Minecraft together, guys. It's going to be so much fun, and I'd like to see you there. All right, before we get into the video, we have to add another member to the community member board, so let's head on over there. Before we get started, I just want to introduce Rise of Nations. Rise of Nations, welcome to the community. I hope you've been enjoying this series, and I hope to see you here in the future. It is now time for us to break away from the noise and get into what we're going to do today, and that is going to be some more mega structure construction, I guess. So last time, if you don't remember, we added our power source. We finally have some lore, I guess, if you will, to the caldera itself in this big build, and that is the Ember, the little ball of flame, the fireball down here, caged in this almost kind of a pendulum-esque kind of thing. You know, I'm not really sure what the plan was, but it looks pretty cool, especially with the lights dripping down. And what I want to do today is we're going to add the chains that are going to help support that, but I have done some remodeling in a test world for the top of this base. It's too flat for me. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but from my perspective, I think that the top of this thing is just looking all too flat. I think it'll look good when these sides are up, maybe the blackstone's filled in, we add some color to the second story, but I just thought, you know what, maybe it needs a little more life than that. So what I have in store for you today is we are going to create what I'm going to call the crown. Now, I know that this is 2 episodes back to back with some mysterious naming convention, but I promise you that it'll look similar to a crown. And I don't really have a way of showing this off other than kind of standing here and showing that I'm gonna leave these longer, taller pillars, and we're gonna add little cuts in here. The corners are gonna be a little funny, but they'll make sense. And now the only thing I don't like is it looks like a reflection of this up here, but I will try to make it look as unattached as possible. So it looks like it's time for us to go get a quick nap in. I'm gonna grab some more resources, and I'll meet you guys up top. Well, here is a learning lesson for anybody who is not aware. You cannot use a silk touch pick when mining deep slate. So I need these tile slabs and the tile fences. Actually, throughout the entire build, we have some that were supposed to go on the back sides of these arches. We didn't do it on the rest of them because we didn't have many. Maybe we did. But there's a lot of detailing to be done with these, and unfortunately, I have a bunch of deep slate, but it's not cobbled deep slate. This is what we need to be able to make deep slate, polished deep slate bricks, and then into the deep slate tile. So that's really unfortunate. We'll have to go on a little deep slate mining expedition, and everybody knows how fun those are. All right, from here, I am now concerned about losing all the pieces as we break this down, but there's no other way to really go about this. But if I'm being completely honest, I don't really remember what I did. I'm going to start by just taking out the blackstone, and hopefully that'll be that'll allow us to stand here and at least capture some of these pieces. So let me just take a couple layers of blackstone down, and then we'll help form the shape. Now, what I think I did was I made a smooth transition of an upside down archway. Very similar to that, just flipped over. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, it is 7 down. And then I went 5. Wait, no. Another 7. Maybe we go 5. Maybe I do change it up just so it doesn't match that too much. Let's try this out real quick. Let me head into here and go 3, 1, and then I believe I've gone 1 too far here, but I think this should be the center, 103 and 104. I think that's right, so that it should be. Let me add one of these back and then back up. All right, so that is, I think that's what I've been thinking. I think that's it. Now, I thought I went 7 and then did 7, 5, 3, but I think I'm just gonna go 7 down, 5, 3, 1, 1. No, I like that. It doesn't match that shape. That's a much bigger arch down there, so this will help differentiate it. But you'll see this rough shape. There'll be a solid pillar here, and the same rough shape, but it gets cut off about here, and so it cuts through, and the other half is over there. We'll fill in the center in that gap there. That'll help fill in that space, and I think that'll start looking pretty good. So let me do one of these real quick. I'll show you what it's all about. Okay, it's gonna be very important that we come down here every so often, because look at all of the bits that fell down here. Actually, there's probably even some, oh, okay, or not. I guess it's above this bridge. We are gonna be losing a ton of pieces, and quite frankly, I had to do a ton of mining to get all this basalt, and so if I can avoid losing a bunch of it, we are gonna try to capture or recapture as much as possible. Let's check down here for any overflow. Looks like just 1, 2, okay. I feel better about that. There's a couple in the corner over here, but we just want to make sure we don't lose everything we worked for. That would be really, really unfortunate. But looks like it's time for us. We got to put this bow away. We had a little bit of an interaction, aerial combat up here. But let's go ahead. Oh, gee. Oh, okay. See that guy right there. I have these flight duration 3 rockets, and I'm gonna be honest with you, they're kind of a major pain. Can we get a drive-by? We can, but then we can't land. All right, well, that was cool. Hold on, let me hone in my Minecraft skills. Okay, we almost crashed into that, that's fine. Yeah, so that is what I've got so far. It looks really goofy right now. It looks like a pair of overalls, actually. I'm never going to be able to unsee that. This is, here's the leg sleeves, here's the arm straps, and now I just need a big head right here. Actually, I have a sun. Hold on, move over. There we go. We got a guy in overalls. So I'm going to do that on these other 3 walls. It shouldn't take too long. But then we got to decide what we're doing with the outside. And that was what I was just kind of pondering. I was taking some of this stuff out. And I'll run over here real quick just to show you what I was doing. I was taking out some of this basalt in this corner over here. But from the outside, we want to see these big braces all the way up. All 4 of them on each side. And so I don't know how that's going to work without a brace being here. And that one being, you know, not one on the inside. Because we got these 2 on each wall, but we don't have the corner ones. And so I got to figure out how that transition is going to work. So I'm going to leave these here for now, and maybe we'll come back and do something once we have everything else done. But I think I've got a good idea of what I'm doing. And before I lose that idea, or the plan, I guess, in order to obtain that idea, I'm going to go ahead and just do these other 3 as quickly as possible. Now, I've got some garbage here. I'm hoping we have enough resources to do all 3 more. It's looking a little thin, but we just gotta make sure we reclaim as much basalt as we can. And so let's go ahead and get rid of the junk that I just dropped and picked up once again. Hold on, I know how to really get rid of it. Yeah, that probably landed in lava. Perfect. All right, let us head over to one of these other pillars and get it taken down. All right, we are back, and we have officially got all 4 sides done of the top. And if you take an aerial view, it's hard to see from here, but you'll understand what I mean by the crown, or the nickname the crown. Let's see what it looks like from back here. Also kind of hard to tell, but it does have a very king crowny look to it with the big whoop-de-doos. That I know that probably didn't make sense, and it's not real words, but whoop-de-doos was the best way I could explain it. And I think it's coming along pretty good. I think this definitely adds more character than just the flat top. We won't have a place to walk around up here. We'll have these little outpost things. Maybe these are little pillars, and we'll do something with these later down the road. These little sections here. Are they above anything? I guess they're technically always above something. Unfortunately, they're above the farms. Otherwise, we could use these as our beacon beams. But the beacons will be in the way. Ooh, unless we put the beacons in here. Little tiny beacons in these pillars at the top, so it's just little beams that shoot up in the air. I kind of like that idea. So yeah, but anyways, this is what I had in mind, except for the fact they look like Carhartt overalls, coveralls, what have you. I will fix that, but we got to decide what we're gonna do with the outsides, and this was the confusion, because this, you can see, will be a solid pillar all the way up, and we'll have the same kind of swoop on the outside. So this has got to go. Obviously, there will be nothing here. But I'm not sure how we're going to do that, because not only does it angle down in a parabola shape like that, but it also angles in a parabolic shape this way as well, kind of swooping down like that. So it's gonna be hard to kind of make those two merge together into uh, one build, I guess. But I'll figure it out. It'll take some play. And yeah, but I don't think that's a today thing. The other thing I wanted to do, and we kind of ran out of resources, was build the chains that hang onto the ember down there. And since we don't have the resources for that, I may take all the blackstone that we just harvested and fill these outside areas up. Maybe I just do the the 8 pillars in the center where these attach right here, where these two come up. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill these all the way up from down there, all the way up the outside, box it off, make this a solid top on this thing, and we'll see how we like it. So let me go grab a bunch of blackstone and get to filling. All right, well, we continue to climb scaffolding and place blocks. I want to take this time to go over a couple of the recent comments from some of you guys out there. A lot of returnees, and I appreciate the continual support. Nothing like somebody who's willing to hang out for the long run. And first and foremost, we have a comment from Picky, David Picky. He did give us the pronunciation. We totally butchered that name, David. So sorry about that. But we'll get it right going forward for sure. And then, just to kind of start from the top for constructive criticism, I got another one from Polar Peely Bro. Gosh darn it. And yeah, he's talking about how to make the ember look more alive, and I totally agree. There is a ton of different ways that we can kind of spruce it up, if you will. I hate saying spruce it up because every time I say spruce, I think of the wood. But I am totally down for, he said, or suggested some pipes that maybe looks like the base's pulling power. Oh, I'm out of blocks. Pulling power from the ember itself, and yeah, I agree. I think it's a really good idea. I have to figure out how to do that and do the pipes small enough so they don't over saturate, I guess, if you will. I don't want them to be bigger than, you know, everything else in the surrounding area, because then they'll just look big and blocky and kind of gross. So I will see if I can figure something out. If I can't, we'll come up with some other ideas. But I really think having the chains there is also going to help. So keep that in mind, Polar Peely Bro. That when we get those chains added, maybe it'll look more complete than it already is. I think we can go ahead and head down. It should be one column done. Break this down. I love breaking scaffolding. Yeah, baby. Except for now, you got to pick it all up. I wish it would just fall right down into your inventory, because I'm sure some of it probably fell in the lava, and some of it, you know what? How many pieces do we have? 9. I started with 37, just so we're all clear. Okay, we got to go on oh, creeper. Okay, that was a really, that's such a bizarre place for you to hide. There's a couple down here. Wow, we seriously lost 30, 25 plus, you know, scaffolding there. Really unfortunate. Let's see if there's some behind. Okay, we gotta be careful here. Some behind this wall in this little cavity. Nope, and nope. That is unfortunate, and now we have a hole in the wall. And we still have a hole in the wall. All right, well, let's figure out how to get out of here. There's the lovely sugarcane farm in all of its glory. Let's get out of here and head on to the next pillar. I don't have a whole lot of like safe areas to walk around this base. I'm realizing that I've really blocked myself into a corner with fire and lava. Okay. Well, we're gonna have to use a different block, obviously. That's unfortunate, but we'll figure that out. Let me make sure we've got enough. We do plenty and rockets. Let's head up. I don't even know where we were at anymore. Yes, right here on this one. We can come in for a nope. Okay. Okay, hold on. Let's try that again, but this time nail the landing. I think I want to land right up on top here. There we go. And this one's done, except for closing the top off. And I'm not sure, the sides as well. Not sure what we're going to use. I believe we'll just bring more blackstone up, and maybe that's another place we can add an arch, is down at the bottom, have an arch facing that way, so this bridge is kind of closed off, perhaps, maybe? Don't know if that makes sense or not. I don't know how much we'll use that walkway down there, but I think I'm going to go ahead and just leave this as is, but I really do like the idea of right here in the center, since it is a 3x3, we could put a level 1, I believe we could put a level 1 beacon in here. Can I put a 3... No, it probably needs to be 2 minimum, doesn't it? So it needs to be a 5x5 and a 3x3. I'll look into that. Hopefully we can put a little guy in here. and have some beacons shooting on top of this thing, which requires me to do that stinking wither way more than the three more times I was gonna do, unfortunately. All right, well, let's head back down and see if we can somehow do this without scaffolding or what have you at all. You know what? I know what I can do with this. We have lava, and there's two creepers now. Good, love that. Okay, I think we can head up here, but yeah, see, it's a backwards arch, and so as we go up, we're gonna, yeah. Didn't think this part through, evidently. But anyways, let's continue. And while I do so, we have another one, or another good tip from Featherfetcher. That pesky warped little stem thing that hangs out of the ground from our canyon we built just bothers me, drives me nuts. And for some reason, I never even considered that I could just put a piece of string on top. So thanks for that really helpful. I'm putting helpful in big air quotes because I should have known that, but I guess it was helpful to me. So thank you for that, Featherfetcher. I will go actually do that here relatively soon because that is driving me nuts. Actually, let's go see how big that thing's gotten. I've spent a lot of time around base. I don't know how much it renders in just because the vast size of base, and I spent a lot of time on the opposite side, but let's head over here and just take the peek. Okay, well, the good thing is I don't see it right here in our camera, but okay, you know what? It's not that bad. I do poke it, like, yeah, every time I come out here. You know what? We've got a string. Is it really as simple as just placing a string right here? Hold on. Wow. And you don't even notice it if you don't look. Yeah, just don't look. I think what we're going to do is we're just going to nip out these bottom pieces because I'm going to need to go get a bunch of scaffold and continue working it that way because it's just too hard for me to try to do this with... I'm not saying too hard that I can't do it. It's just really annoying to try to do this without any scaffolding. So I'm just going to do like those pieces. You know what? We can reach the first 2 rows from the ground. So let's just do that. Let's get these guys knocked out. And then we can focus on doing the rest of them when we get some more scaffolding. While I do so, we got a couple more from you guys out there. One from the new guy, Rise of Nations. Thank you for the kind comment, and that was on our last episode, welcoming the Ember, or what do we call it? Something about the Ember, introducing the Ember. There we go. And he just said, love the build. I appreciate that. I have really hesitant, and I actually had a couple of those. Featherfetcher as well. Polar Peely Bro agreed. I thank you guys only because, or not only because, I appreciate it first and foremost, but I was really skeptical of the build. If I'm being completely honest, I built it, I was thinking about it, I had some other other things in mind. I thought about building like a little fireball, or with like actual flames and effects to it, and I thought, well, we got enough fire around here, considering the entire base is built to fire. And then I thought about building like a giant heart, a beating heart. I thought about maybe doing some redstone and trying to figure out how to make that thing like actually make a thump sound. And we may still play with some redstone noises. That would be actually kind of cool now that I think about it. But yeah, so I really appreciate the kind words and the fact that you guys actually enjoyed it all, because there was a lot of skepticism. I'm my worst critic, and I was considering that the episode wouldn't even air for the longest time. I thought about deleting it and pretending like it never happened. So yeah, it's really good to hear that it paid off, and hopefully this crown that we're calling the top of the base here also pays off. Well, I think that wraps up our comments. There might be a couple more. If I missed them, I apologize. I'll catch them eventually. It is difficult to try to weed through all the ones that I respond to because YouTube automatically files them away, so I'm gonna have to find them. But if anybody who did comment that didn't see it, just feel free to comment again. Tell me how you feel about the crown. Or the general shape of this, and let me know if you like it again, because I'm a little hesitant about changing the whole base. So same thing as the Ember, I'm second guessing myself, but probably not necessary based on the response or the interaction from the Ember. But yeah, if you want to leave down below how you feel about it, that would be fantastic. That'd help keep my morale high, if you will. Yeah, so since the comments are kind of done, and this is super boring, let me finish placing all of these silly blocks up to that layer, and then we can skedaddle. So I'll be right back. All right, well, we are completely out of blackstone. Well, not completely out. We have everything in the chest, but we ran our inventory out, and I just wanted to get one last good look And thankfully, this cherry blossom forest is the perfect place to always get a good bird's eye view of the base. And let me know what you think. How do we think about, how do we think about this? What do we think about this? I like it. I think the shape's gonna look nice. This is filled in all the way up. That's how the whole outside will look. This needs to be filled up to about, looks like it's gonna be about there. And then there'll be a big swoop through here, and that'll tie those two together. We could even, whoa, thought process. See, this is how we do the process. This is how we do the things. Is maybe we stop it not there, but there, and this archway on the outside becomes much bigger and at a different elevation than that one, and then our roof kind of like slopes down before falling off. I think that's a really good idea. I don't know if that makes any sense, and I have no idea how to kind of come in here and paint the picture for you, but if this archway came all the way down to about here, that one's up there, then the angle, once we start filling everything in, of this will kind of come down, and maybe we have it kind of swoop out. It'll catch the bottom of this one, so it'll be like an arch attached to an arch with a arch. Yeah, that's a lot of arches. But I think it'll look pretty good, and then that'll be these will be solid pillars up. That'll make more sense. These will be half arches in here. I think that will help tie it all together. No idea how that's going to work. No idea how I'm going to do it, but I'll see if I can figure something out in the coming days or before next time at the least. So I'm going to fill my inventory up. I'm going to get back to work, but when it comes to you guys, I think I'm going to let you go. I'm going to let you get out of here. So thank you for coming and hanging out with me today. And since you're still here hanging out, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, share with your friends, and leave some kind words in the comments down below. If it is your first time being here and you you subscribe, don't forget to leave a comment. I can't add you to that community member board unless I see your name in the comments down below or on any of the videos. It doesn't have to be this one. It could be anything from here back, or all 53 episodes. As always, stay beautiful, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya!